So had my breakfast and as usual on the way to work, and the weather is, you can see, it's pretty snowy till now. It's not melt down yet. Temperature was -3 or something like that, but weather is pretty amazing over here. Weather is pretty amazing over here. So I like cold weather, alright, rather than hot one. And this is Canada, guys. Welcome to Canada. And it's already 2024, January 12th. Okay, and I have already told you in my previous video that it's been like 1 year for me here, and I'm enjoying Canada, right? But those are the good part, you know. Those are the good part. This weather, this everything, you will get everything over here, all right? So these all are the good part. What is the worst part of the Canada? Let's talk about it. The worst part of the Canada is it's so expensive. It's really expensive, guys. You know, if you accumulate with other cities from all around the world, it is expensive. Maybe it will come within most 20 or 30 expensive city in the world. The Toronto is so expensive. So that's another reason so many people are moving from here. Not only people want to come over here, even the Canadian are moving from here because it is so expensive day by day. For to live over here, you have to spend so much with your, if you have your family, for to survive with your family. Maybe let's say if you have a 4 people of family over here, 4 to 5, you need to have one apartment. So for to rent that one apartment, it will cost you like 3,500, at least minimum 3,500 for average apartments. Or if you want to go above of that, or if you want to, you know, live in good apartment or good house, it will cost you like $4,000 a month. And if you want to pay $4,000 a month, means, you know how much you need to earn. You need to earn a lot, you know. You need to earn a lot to pay $4,000 rent. So it's so expensive. And I'm not adding the food cost with it. I'm not adding other, cost which we have to add. There will be several festivals, there will be, so much functions, and you need to buy your grocery, buy your clothes, your winter thing, your summer thing. So it will cost you at least for just to survive over here, it will cost you at least $6,000 to $7,000 for your 4 to 5 person family. So means it's really hard over here, guys. It's really hard to sustain yourself over here and live happily. So that's the one reason people are, moving from here. They are moving out of Toronto, or some people are moving out of Canada. And we really heard the news, so many people are moving out from Canada, but that's the truth, that's the reality. Now the application of immigrants are also, drop off, means it's decreased. Rather than 2023 or 2022, the application has been, submitted to the immigration. Canadian immigration is limited now. People are not applying, they don't want to come over here because it's really hard. It's really hard to find a job. It's really hard to settle down, and housing prices are, killing the livelihood. And if you want to buy this kind of a house right here behind me, you can see the house. If you want to buy a house this small, it will cost you almost like $2 million over here. $2 million, guys. That's not a joke. 2 million Canadian dollar for this kind of a house. Minimum, guys. 2 to 3 million dollar you have to pay. It will be like 3 BHK, 4 BHK, and 2 BHK, something like that. And you have to spend almost $2 million for to buy that house. Means if you work for your whole life, how much you gonna earn? So if you are earning, let's say, $5,000 a month, and you are 2 or 3 person, and that money only sufficient for your livelihood, that is only sufficient for your daily expenses, for your rent, your grocery, your food, and that's all. You can't afford a house with $5,000 a month salary. All right, so that's another reason. And one more reason is you are paying too much tax over here. Look at this house. Isn't it beautiful? So look at this house. This is beautiful house. If you want to buy this house, like this big house over here, it will cost you maybe more than 3.5 million or $4 million. I guess more than $3 million. Okay, it's really expensive. So how people gonna afford such as a house over here with their salary? And minimum earning is over here, like minimum earning of Canadian people is like $4,000 to $5,000, and with their salary they're never gonna able to buy this house. And if they buy it in mortgage, their whole life will be spent to pay that mortgage. It will be like 30-35 years mortgage, and they have to work for their whole life to complete that mortgage. So that's another reason. And if you have a $2 million Canadian dollar, you may able to buy really decent house, like 4 or 5 BHK house in USA, like Texas, like any other provinces. You may able to buy houses within like $500 to $700,000. Okay, you may able to buy maybe in $4,000 or $400,000 as well. But here in Canada, in $400,000, you're never able to buy a house. It's like hectically expensive. So that's another reason people are moving from here. And one more reason is taxes. You have to pay lots of taxes, guys. If you are earning basic amount of money, you have to pay like 18%. And if you go above $5,000, you have to pay like 23, 25, 35. I don't have it actual data. I have seen once, but I don't remember it. But yeah, you have to pay, like, if you are earning like $100,000 a year, means you have to at least, you need to pay like $25,000 to the government. And you are paying that huge amount of tax, but you are not getting any benefits. All right, you are not getting any benefits. Yeah, maybe you are getting some benefits like health insurance or education. You are getting free education for your children, but maybe those are also not sufficient with the time. Those facilities are also not sufficient as per time. They have to be changed. They have to be changed monetarily. Like they have to be changed, and government should know what their what their public wants, what the public wants from them. So maybe those facilities are also limited and they are not satisfied with. And I have talked with several Canadian people, and they said they are really not happy with the government, especially with the Trudeau government. And Trudeau just resigned. I don't know who is gonna come back again and holding his position, who is gonna hold his position. But people are really unhappy with their leaders because they are not taking care of them. They are really not taking care of them. So that's another reason even a Canadian are moving from here. And you already heard about the Canadian job market. It's really hard to get a good job over here. We have so many immigrants over here, so many Canadian as well. For them as well, it's being really hard to get a good job over here. So that's another reason. If you get the job, and I have already told you, so much taxation, the money will gonna goes into the government pocket, not in your pocket. And government are not pushing the opportunities, they are not increasing the opportunities, okay? They are not increasing the industrial zones, they are not emphasizing the foreign investment over here. They are just trying to hold their position and run the government. That's it. They just want the power, that's it. They are not doing other things. So it's really hard situation for all of us over here. It is really hard situation for immigrant or even a Canadian are moving from here. So I have already told you, you need to spend like $200,000 to buy a house, means it's really expensive. And maybe here is a construction going on, the house construction, and maybe you have to pay 2 BHK room. Let's say if I want to buy the 2 BHK room in this apartment which is going to be built over here, it will cost me $1.5 million to $2 million. You see how expensive it was. It's rather to go back to your country, 2 million rupees means 20 crore in my country. 2 million Canadian dollars means 20 crore. In 20 crore I can make a villa in my country, okay? And in 20 million I can buy like 3 houses, at least 3 houses in Texas, in USA. So why people want to live here? Why people want to live here in this much expensive place? So that's another reason people are moving so far. People don't want to stay here. Even a Canadian people are selling their house or renting their house and moving to other cities, other provinces, or other country. They are leasing. I have met one Canadian person. The old man is like 65, and he said like he rent his house over here and he's getting almost $5,000 from that house. That house is already in his name, and he do not need to pay the mortgage, and he's earning $5,000 with that house, and he's living in Vietnam in his mansion kind of house. And that 5,000 become so much money in Vietnam, and he's living good life over there, and he's renting his house over here. All right, often once in a while he used to come over here to visit his house, but most of the time he spent in Vietnam. So, and few people are moving in Philippines. I got to know one person, one Canadian living in the Philippines right now, and he sold his all things over here. I met a few of the people who are just planning to leave the country, and some of them who already leave the country because of this political instability and housing crisis, like inflation. Prices are so high, so you need to pay so much tax. You need to spend almost like $10,000 to sustain your good life. That's huge amount of money. So it's really hard. You are busting your back. You're busting your back in your whole life to just to maintain, just to live. Just to live. So it's not worth it. That's the reason people are moving from here. They are moving from Canada, guys. So think twice. We can do it. We also don't have a good situation in our country. There is no stable government. All people are corrupt. All politicians, all the leaders, and all the bureaucrats are most of the bureaucrats are corrupt. And that's the reason we were here, and we are trying to get to know about the environment. We are trying to get to know about the culture over here, and trying to get to know about the people, leaders, politics, and everything. But still we have a hard condition over here. It's really hard. It's really difficult for all of us, and for Canadian as well. So not only people are coming over here, people are moving from here, okay? So you need to know those things. You need to know that people just don't want to come over here or want to come over here. They are moving from here as well. The who are already here from long time as an immigrant or as a native people, they are also moving. Huge amount of people are leaving from Toronto, leaving from this country because this country is not doing well for their people. Okay, the leaders are not doing well. That's the reason. That's the main reason. For to leave this country is like paradise. You have a cold weather, hot weather, you have any kind of seasons, you have a good forest, good air to breathe, good water to drink, you have natural resources, natural gas, you have everything, but just you don't have is leaders, good leaders. You need to have a really good leaders to handle the country, to run the country sufficiently and for the people, by the people. It's kind of that thing. Okay, so people are just not coming over here, they are leaving from here as well. And because of the tightening the rules every week, they change the rules for immigrants. That's the reason as well. People are not putting so much application for to come over here. For recent data shows that the application have been dropped from 50 to 60% if we compare to last year. So it's really getting complicated. Okay, it's going to be really complicated. So you think twice and you have to make your decision by your own, and make a decision by your own. Okay, listen to everybody, just try to get some real information, just try to get some real information. Okay, and think twice, and if you can do it in your country, you can do it over here. If you can do it over here, then you can do it everywhere, all around the world. So keep that thing in your mind. Let me know in the comment section what you want to know more about the situation over here. I'll continue the video in next video. I'm gonna close this video right now, so see you in next video, guys. Until then, bye bye. If you have any queries about the Canada, about the living expenses, about the the environment and everything, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to reply you as soon as possible. Take care, guys. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Sayonara.